it's John Lord here, and I'm just going to continue on really from the previous video. I was here and we planted the phormium, the last video, and we took the phormium up about an hour later. I just realized that it was going to get too big, it was going to get too covery over the other stuff. So, and I wanted something in the winter, I want some structure, so we put an upright yew in. You can never go wrong with yew. With yews, yew. What's the plural of yew? Ye? Yews? I'm not sure. But anyway, or is there a plural? And we're going to try next year to do more just maintenance-y and stop trying that. The funny thing, redoing garden, digging them all up and putting them back, it's more fun than maintenance. This is the maintenance. You see, maintenance is kind of like housework, you know. You know, well, I suppose it's therapeutic enough. But if you went through that, spend 10 minutes to get rid of all the old stuff from the daily. And what have we got here? There's a weed. And I don't know what that weed is. And I'd say it's a member of the sage family. But I don't know what it is. It always worries me when I don't know what the weed is. But anyway, we were looking at we had some eupatoriums planted here which were white. We're going to have white flowers, and I didn't really want them, so I took them out and I put these in. It's a Crocosmia called Constance, and it just works. You know when you put something in and it works, and you just know this is going to work. Look at the colour combinations. If you get in close, you can see the colour combination with the hydrangea, and then the colour combination with the rose. Really good with the rose. Just, it's kind of perfect. So that's what we did. We just made a little change. We took a grass up here in the last video, and I just replaced it with 3 Sanguisorba. They came in from a supplier wrongly labelled, and so I just put them in rather than try to get them properly labelled. I just planted them out. Sanguisorba, I think it's menziesii. I think. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it is. So that's that. It's everything. That's basically done now, and we're not doing any more work here. No, I'm not allowed to do any more work here. And then I looked around here, and I saw I planted that Physocarpus, and if you look at it, it's like this, which means it needs water. So you have to be watching. That needs water. If it came back in an hour's time, that would be up rigid again. And a bit left for all these big leafy plants. It's a great plant. Rosa tabularis or Astilboides tabularis, really good plant. You can see what it does. It just gives such a contrast to everything else. Now I need to get the holes out, even though it's been quite rainy. But often the rain doesn't penetrate enough to that depth where the newly planted stuff, particularly if the pot is anyway pot bound when you put the thing down. So just plenty of water until the dormant season comes. So we'll go out watering the sumac, the eupatoriums, and there's a new eupatorium I planted there, 2 of them, and I don't know anything about it, and I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to wait to be surprised. So we're going around, do a bit of work around here, and we'll come back to this later on. Oh, I mentioned I had some Inula hookeri. I said they were large in the last video, where I was going to put them, and I just thought to put them here. They can fall over if they want. The amazing yellow daisy flower. They're just perfect there. Can't come to any harm. It's not going to damage that. So I think it's going to be a win-win. at this. It's a magic hedge. It's the hedge actually produces water. Like, you know, I'm going to patent it. The hedge, the Lord hedge, because we've looked after it so well. It gives us free water. And we water this, plenty of water until it establishes. The next year it will be a different ball game, but we can't give that enough water. And here's something interesting. The Easter lily, big leafed Easter lily. I've decided that I'm going to grow these as a foliage plant and regard the flowers as an extra. The lovely white flowers, but they're an extra. And we did actually do some work. We had some white roses in here that got badly done with black spots, so we removed them, and I put these two cordage roses in that are supposed to be very resistant. And then I put in, and I've no penstemon, I put in two penstemon here called Evelyn. I don't know whether pink and red is going to work, but the yew hedge, or the yew tree, will suck a lot of the water out, so they like it very dry, and they should be okay. Hopefully they'll work there. And then we needed something behind, and I planted something totally different, blue, dark blue Aconitum. And we went through the white Veronicastrum and cut the tops, cut all the dead flowers off, and you can see this. It's going to get another little reflowering here, but just tidy it all up. We're kind of not doing enough of that. And we're going to have a beautiful pink Aster, small flowered Aster here. Really, really good. I don't know what it is. So we're going to have the pink, the blue, a little bit of white, and the main plant will be the roses. And this is getting better. It's getting better by the day. Absolutely amazing. The willow leaf sunflower, just really, really amazing. Now, is a little job we're going to do here. We have to do it now. We can't leave it till the winter. That lovely grass, it's called Cosmopolitan. Now, underneath we have the roses, dwarf polyantha. It's one of the fairy roses, and it's totally overwhelmed. So that has to come up, but we're not doing it now. We leave that till the winter. And what we're going to do is put low stuff under here. But I like over there, there's been a bit of reversion to green. And there's no point in trying to sort it out in the winter, because you won't know when the foliage dies back. You won't know what's green and what's variegated, so it has to be done now. So you get all the green ones, all the green ones. Oh, that one's okay. That one is not okay. That's no, that's okay. That's kind of half reverting. Yeah, I think we've got them all. Culprits. Oh, there's maybe another one. I'm doing that so just so I can identify the ones that need to come out. they've all been cut. Now, this is tricky enough. Just easy. There we got most of it. Maybe yeah, we've got some London Pride and some geranium, but that's it. And then just tidy up. And sometimes if you get the other plants and you kind of do this with them, fluff them up. I think that kind of works. That's that done. Now, one final little job. Yew tree. Now, that's a yew tree, okay? And over here, have a very large Thuja Emerald, really nice one. Now the great advantage the yew tree has is if that was a yew tree, I could cut it to 6 inches and it will grow again. But with that one, I can't cut it really hard or it won't grow from really old wood. So you more or less, very little you can do with that unless you clip it every year, which we don't have time. Now the yew is different. I want to keep it narrowish, so you can I'm not sure that's an improvement. Let's have a look. Some people tie them in. Looks awful. Never do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got the nice columnar habit. Maybe a little bit here. I have to be careful I don't overdo it. Yeah, that should. I think that's it. And you know, just as a matter of interest, a yew tree can live for 1,000 years. So what song do you sing to an old yew tree? Very simple. You make me feel so young. I just want to mention something else. This Sanguisorba, if you look at it in here, the whole thing is just collapsed out. And we've taken off a lot of top growth to try and make it less heavy, but it's really gone too far. And look, it's fallen down on the lovely Aster Mönch, and with that very nice Achillea there, and it's bullying the rose. So this is what I'm gonna do. Take a photograph, and you're taking a photograph of me taking a photograph. Take the photograph, and then that's for the chop. So I'll be able to look at that photograph and I know that's going for the chop. That's the first thing. Now, if those kids don't knock us over. The second thing. Unintended effect. Someone said, oh, it's a beautiful sheen from this Helianthus Morning Sun. And the reason the sheen is actually gorgeous grey shimmer on it, and that's actually caused by mildew because of the Italian Alder sucking all the water out. It's never happened before, but it's kind of nice. You know, I'm not going to do anything about it, just leave it. And then we'll finish off. We're going to competition. That's the semi-double. Now we're going to go to the fully double and we're going to choose which one is the best. Oh yes, here. Companion lactiflora, cut hard back about 3 weeks ago. Oh, every single flower cut off. And look what we have now. You cannot beat that plant. So with companion lactiflora, a reasonable bit of sun. When the first bit of flowering is over, be fairly severe on it and you will get a second flush. Bring you well into September. And it's funny, we're going to have to take out a tree because the pine and the sycamore are getting too close, and one has to go, and it'll probably be the sycamore. But I was hemming and hawing what to do, and then I looked at the liquid amber, which has been struggling for the last 10 years, doing very, very little growth, and it is just grown like mad this year. So the liquid amber is probably end up taking the place of the sycamore. Lovely autumn colour. Let's see. We're finishing off here. Kind of where we started. This Helianthus over here. See that's the same as that, except that one has more of these ones, and from a distance that definitely is better. So I'm giving my 10 out of 10 to Lod and Gold. And oh, one last thing. That's Lictrum. Which one is that? Salicaria. And look at the combination. Look at the. Oh, we get a better one. Look at how amazing the difference in colour those two are. The Persicaria and the Lictrum. It's not that common. It's the normal one is Vergadum, but that's Salicaria. But I actually think that's a better one. And truth to be told, it is also badly behaved. And look, the seedlings are not quite as rich. They're not quite as rich as the parent plant. Now, if I was a lazy gardener, that would be coming up in 2 minutes' time. But we're going to leave it. But that's it. No more. Oh yes, look at that. Isn't this what's very interesting about that goldenrod? They're both in the same family, both daisies. And it's amazing that evolution has given us that in a daisy flower, and it's given us that. They all started off the same, and one ends up like that. It's evolution. Okay, that's it. We're evolving to finish.